got an email. We just got an email. We just got an email. Wonder who it's from. What? But I get lots of emails from Royal Caribbean. Why is this one so special?
Because we get to do this again.
Adventure is back. What's happening though? We have to be specific because we don't want you to get the wrong idea, but we do think this is like incredible news.
It's definitely the biggest news we've gotten in a dog's age.
No, it's been over a year now since cruising has ceased. But we wanted to tell you here today, special announcement, cruising is basically back.
Cruising is back! And not back like today, but we have news that it's coming back.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And for the rest of our lives.
You're right about that. For the rest of our lives, we're gonna be cruising. After this year, the rest of our lives, we're cruising.
So, Royal Caribbean, they have announced that they are coming back, but not yet domestic, okay? So let's just clear that up. We're not yet sailing from Florida or Texas or California, but hey, there's some cool news. Royal Caribbean heading back to the West Coast for the first time in like 10 years.
Next year, 2022.
Navigator of the seas, sailing out of Los Angeles. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What do we mean cruising's back then? They've been doing Europe. They've been doing Singapore. What do you mean? New sailings coming from
Nassau, Bahamas.
Nassau, Bahamas.
And why this is special, why this is maybe more special to us than the Singapore sailings and things like that, is that we couldn't go on the Singapore sailings. That was only for people of Singapore.
Yes.
We can go on this one.
And you could too. People
in the US can go on a cruise, on a Royal Caribbean cruise. It's so exciting. Like, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm so excited.
Here's the deets, right? Here's the situation in full. So as we mentioned, not yet sailing domestically, though that could be happening soon. But Nassau, Bahamas is about as close as you could get to sailing from the US without actually sailing from the US. New itineraries. This is going to be on Adventure of the Seas. Hello.
Yep, Voyager class ship.
That's right. Going to be home porting for the first time ever from Nassau, Bahamas, doing week-long sailings. That's crazy. Who would have thought that the first thing back wouldn't be a 3 or a 4 night, but yet a week-long sailing?
Now, we might still see that leaving from the US. It might still be the 3 or 4 night sailings that's coming first, but my guess, the rationale behind that, if people are gonna fly all the way to the Bahamas for a cruise, they wanna make it worth your while. That's my logic behind it. But yeah, a week-long sailing, leaving from Nassau, Bahamas, going to
some exciting places, like your classic favorite, Cozumel.
Cozumel, Mexico. That's a big one.
Always a fun place to go to. How about a new destination?
What's the new destination?
The new destination is Grand Bahama Island.
That's pretty cool. We've never been there.
Oh, yeah. So that's pretty new. So I don't see that too often on Royal Caribbean itineraries. And then, not 1, but 2 perfect days at Coco Cay. How awesome is that? And then, of course, you know, a couple days at sea to round it all out. But
right, and I think we were all expecting Coco Cay to be on the itinerary of the first sailings, but a double dip is really awesome and really exciting. And we haven't even gotten to the most exciting news, which is when. When is this first sailing happening?
Well, we don't know the exact date, but we do know the month. June 2021.
June!
Again, don't know the exact date. Details are coming. We can go ahead and tell you right now that booking for this will open on Wednesday, March 24th, 2021, obviously.
Yeah, so just in a couple days. We know where it's going. We know it's leaving in June. We know that it's leaving from Nassau, Bahamas. And we know that we can start booking this for ourselves and clients starting this upcoming Wednesday. And we know a couple of things as to the requirements for the sailings because, you know, we're getting through COVID, but it's not quite over yet, so that's still a factor here. What do we know so far about what we're going to have to need to do to get on that ship?
Yes, we don't know all the specifics, but what we do know, very important, if you are an adult sailing on this, 18 or older, you will be required to be fully vaccinated. Now, we're still awaiting details on what exactly Royal Caribbean considers to be fully vaccinated, but what we've seen from CDC guidelines, and we're sure they're just going to follow that, is that you've either had the single dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine or both doses of the other vaccines, and it's been 2 weeks since then. Now, notice I said adults, so you're probably wondering about children because they are not yet being able to be vaccinated. Children will require a negative PCR COVID test.
We only have a piece of the pie in terms of information right now. We do not have the full. We only have a slice right now, but it's a good slice. Like it's good. This is good news. This is such good news. And we will obviously keep you updated as the new news rolls in. I'm sure there's going to be a lot within the next couple days. I'm sure we're going to get a flood of news on Wednesday since that's when booking starts. And I know maybe this particular sailing may not be possible for everybody because it is such short notice, and it is flying internationally and things like that, and maybe, you know, you're not gonna have your vaccines in time. So I understand that maybe this particular sailing isn't possible for everybody. However, it's good news regardless, because once one starts, the others are gonna start rolling in. I'm sure we're going to get news about the US-based sailing starting again.
In conjunction with this, Celebrity Cruises just announced that they were going to start sailing from St. Martin. So it's a similar kind of thing. Now we have Royal Caribbean sailing from the Bahamas, so we'll just start working our way back to that. Now, as Chelsy mentioned, we don't have a ton of information with this. Actually, we have very little information. We just told you everything we have. So I know some people probably have questions like, do we have to wear masks? Do we have to, you know, that quarantine upon return home? How do we prove our vaccination? Do we need this? Do we need that? All to come.
Yeah.
We don't have that information at this time. Now, I know another question, some of you, if you're a subscriber here, you've been around, you might be wondering, well, are you guys going to be doing this? Are you going to be showing us everything? You can bet your bottom dollar that we will do everything in our power to be not only on one of these, but on the very first one of these.
No promises. You know, obviously we don't have it booked yet. It's not even available for us to book. If we can, we will. We know you have a lot of questions regarding what cruising is going to look like, and we want to show you everything. We know that's really important to you, so it's really important to us, and we're going to try really hard to achieve that. Obviously, we have other things in our life that we have to balance as well. So if it's possible, we'll do it. Like we always say, if we can do it, we'll do it. If we can't do it, then we can't. I'm excited.
Totally.
I'm just, like, the thought of being on a ship again is just, it just doesn't seem real. Like,
someone send me out to sea.
please, I couldn't stay there. I'll stay there. I don't care if it was Gilligan's Minnow, I would be on that ship. But it's a new ship that we've been on, so yay!
Lots of fun stuff, new ship, new itinerary, new destination, new home port, and of course, new protocol, procedure, policy, and we will be showing you as much of that as we can, assuming we can get on, which we think we will. So, lots of exciting stuff. Be ready. If this sounds interesting to you, be ready. Like we said, the booking will begin Wednesday, March 24th. If you want to do this, if this sounds interesting to you, be ready. Feel free to reach out. You know what to do. The travel agent information in the description of the video. And if you didn't know, it's completely free to you. We don't charge anything, not a cent, no kind of fees or anything like that. And your price for the Royal Caribbean cruise will not increase whatsoever, as if you had booked it direct versus booking through us. So we'd love to help you with that any way we can. But that's gonna do it for today's video. We just wanted to give you the big announcement, let you know that that's something new and exciting is just around the river bend. Stay tuned for more fun. But we're gonna sign off for today's video. We'll see you next time.
Happy
travels!